Alright, let's dive into the world of corporate events. A realm where companies try to convince everyone that work can be fun, even if it's just for one night. These gatherings are supposed to build camaraderie, boost morale, and maybe even spark a little creativity. But more often than not, they're a strange mix of forced smiles, awkward small talk, and questionable entertainment choices. Picture this. You're sipping lukewarm Chardonnay, the playlist is stuck in a time warp, and everyone's trying to look like they're having the time of their lives. The decorations are generic, the music is outdated, and the vibe is somewhere between a high school reunion and a networking event nobody asked for. Astronomer, a tech firm known for its quirky culture, decided to up the ante with a Coldplay-themed bash. The goal? To create synergy, spark some joy, and maybe get a few Instagram stories out of it. But what they got instead was a full-blown social media fiasco that no one saw coming. Enter the Kiss Cam, a device usually reserved for sports arenas, now repurposed for corporate awkwardness. It zoomed in on Kristin Cabot, the head of HR, and Andy Byron, a junior analyst who probably just wanted to blend into the crowd. To everyone's shock, Kristin leaned in and kissed a visibly startled Andy. The room erupted, some people cheered, others gasped, and almost everyone whipped out their phones to capture the moment. Within seconds, the incident was being recorded from every angle, destined for the internet. The scene, a bizarre blend of corporate hierarchy and personal boundaries, exploded online. Hashtags like #AstronomerScandal and #KissCamFail started trending, as people debated whether it was funny, inappropriate, or just plain uncomfortable. Astronomer had hoped for a memorable night, but not like this. Instead of team spirit, they got a PR nightmare, with executives scrambling to control the damage and the PR team working overtime. In the end, it was a perfect storm of public awkwardness, questionable consent, and a lesson in why some traditions are better left at the ballpark. The video spread online like wildfire, capturing the attention of millions within hours. It was shared in group chats, posted on forums, and replayed endlessly on social media feeds. People everywhere were glued to their screens, unable to look away from the unfolding drama. The footage ignited a firestorm of outrage and unleashed a torrent of opinions from every corner of the internet. Comment sections exploded with heated debates, and hashtags demanding justice began trending worldwide. Twitter, in particular, was ablaze. Users condemned Kristin's actions, calling them a blatant abuse of power and demanding accountability. Influencers and activists weighed in, amplifying the controversy. Meanwhile, Andy's stunned expression from the video quickly became a viral meme, symbolizing workplace dread and the anxiety of being caught in the crossfire of scandal. The public's demand was clear. Kristin had to go. Online petitions circulated and protesters called for her immediate termination to uphold the company's zero-tolerance policy. Inside Astronomer, the atmosphere was tense. Employees whispered in hallways and speculated in hushed tones, unsure of what would happen next or who might be implicated. Some co-workers rushed to Kristin's defense, insisting it was just a party mistake blown out of proportion by the internet and media frenzy. Others, however, saw the incident as a clear abuse of power, arguing that such behavior could not be excused, no matter the context. Through it all, Andy remained silent, his refusal to comment only fueling more speculation about what really happened, and whether he felt pressured or coerced. When Astronomer finally responded, their bland, carefully worded statement satisfied no one, leaving both the public and employees hungry for real answers and accountability. Despite public outcry and widespread criticism from both within and outside the company, Kristin Cabot remained in her position as the head of HR. The reason? Employment law complexities and the absence of a formal complaint against her. Andy, the employee involved, never filed an official complaint, downplaying the incident as awkward but ultimately harmless. Without his formal complaint, firing Kristin for harassment was legally shaky and could be challenged in court. The party atmosphere where the incident occurred could also be seen as a mitigating factor, complicating the situation further. Firing her could lead to a wrongful termination lawsuit, a risk the company, Astronomer, wanted to avoid at all costs. The decision was a pragmatic choice between bowing to public opinion and mitigating legal risk. It's not a satisfying resolution for many, but it's a brutally pragmatic one that the company chose to take. Corporate life is a minefield. Here's how to avoid going viral. Treat every work event like you're on camera, because you are. If you wouldn't do it in the office, don't do it at the open bar. Remember, workplace hierarchies still exist at parties. Avoid overly familiar interactions. Keep it professional. If uncomfortable, remove yourself and document the incident. HR is there to protect the company, but also to report incidents. The Astronomer scandal is a reminder of blurred personal and professional lines.